Hello, hey there. I hope you're doing well. I'm here outside at my usual beautiful park. And in this video today, I want to talk about the silent treatment. Silent treatment is one of the forms of communication that most people, especially the millennials, have started using, directed towards other people. It could be their friends or even strangers or their family members or even the people that they are in a relationship with. Sorry about the wind, but I hope you can hear me. Now, silent treatment, which I can trace it back to even to our communities, things that happen even from where I come from, my country, my village. The people, especially like the other gender, the ladies. I remember one time when my uncles were dividing the land, ancestral land, and there were ladies who were trying to pass nearby the land. They told those ladies not to pass there because ladies were not allowed to pass near where the lands were being divided. And when you look at that specific example, silent treatment is when people are ignoring you. It is something that started way back, but these days, because of social media, now that we have Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, name them, there are other forms of communication, and somebody can ignore you because they also have other forms of communicating with other people. I want to give you specific, very painful, specific examples of what silent treatment does to people. The first example is a lady who is a grown-up. The father decides to go quiet on her, doesn't call her, doesn't want to see her, and doesn't want to talk with her for 6 good months. Unfortunately, the same father ends up dying in those 6 months. What do you think that lady will feel after staying for 6 months without talking with the father who has now passed away? Example 2, a father who has a teenager, a boy. Because the boy has annoyed him the way you know if you are a parent and you know how teenagers can be very stressful, especially this generation, decides to go quiet on his son. And then the son, who used to be very active, very social, and very, very welcoming and friendly, turns out to become a monster because the father no longer wants to talk with him. Another example is in a school, a teacher ignoring a student who wants to show and answer questions in class, but the same teacher ignores that student. Another scenario is you who is watching this video. You are chatting with someone, but the answers they are giving you are just one word, okay, or just even to make it worse, letter K. In all these examples, who do you think gets affected the more? Obviously, the people who are receiving the silent treatment feel the pain. It's a very painful thing for any normal human being to be ignored and rejected. I've done a video about rejection, and I have said over and over again, one of the worst things for any person to go through is being rejected. Nobody wants to be rejected, whether he is famous or not famous, whether he's rich or not rich, whether he is popular or not popular. No human being enjoys rejection. But why do people do these things? Why does someone decide to give you a silent treatment? One of the reasons is they want to control you. He wants to manipulate you to make you even apologize for the things that you never used to do or you never did. That's why they are giving you the silent treatment. Or they are manipulating you to do the things that they have asked you to do. And sometimes people go quiet on you when you ask them questions about their behaviors and habits. They go quiet because they know now you're confronting them and they don't want to talk about their stupid habits they have been doing behind your back, and even when you have all the evidence. Sometimes people do all these things, they go silent on you because they want to avoid confronting the whole situation. It's like hiding the whole problem under the carpet and just hoping beyond hope that things will become better. Things never become better if you don't talk. If you're a husband and wife and you don't talk about the whole situation and you hide it, you put it under the carpet, how will it be solved? How? You are quiet, she's quiet. Let me ask you, if the problem is affecting the two of you and you know it for a fact that this is a situation that is going on in your family, and then both of you decide to go quiet, who is going to solve this situation? Who? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. And the truth is, even when someone is going silent on you, the psychology of the brain, the way it works, that part in the brain that is meant to perceive emotions and pain, even if he is silent on you, that part of the brain is activated. That even he begins feeling the pain and emotion. Yes, he can pretend that he's busy talking and chatting with other people, maybe the other person or the other woman or whoever he is trying to meet, or even his friends, trying to feel that, hey, I am ignoring her, but I'm busy talking with other people. But believe you me, even the person giving silent treatment, they also receive some kind of pain and frustration. It increases bitterness, anger, and more frustration. In fact, silent treatment causes more stress. The people who try to talk and to solve their problems, their stress levels reduces. But the two people who say, hey, for me, when I'm annoyed, I go quiet, I am one of them. When you see and listen to me, I have come a long way to understand this thing called silent treatment. Every time someone annoyed me, whether it was my family member or a friend or my partner, I always decided to go quiet. But every time I was quiet during that time, even though I was talking or chatting with other people, I was feeling very bitter about the quietness. Because you don't even know these days when someone is quiet, what they are planning to do. Maybe they are planning to harm themselves. What if the other person commits suicide because you have been so quiet? Or what if they are planning to take away your life because you are quiet on them? What if that happens? So when you are silent, the longer it is taking. And the truth also is, people who begin, sometimes it begins slowly. If you didn't know, silent treatment can become very addictive, because if you do it once and you get what you wanted, you will continue doing it. And there are so many people, I hope even you who is watching, that they are struggling to do away with silent treatment. I said bye-bye to being quiet. It's better to be quiet for a few days and then start talking. Silent treatment is not the same as when somebody says, hey, I need my time off, I want to cool down. It's far better to say I want to cool down, but to give a timeline. I want to cool off from this argument and this discussion for a few days. After 5 days, we will talk. That is better, other than just saying or standing up and walking away, or when you talk with someone, when you're in bed and this person decides to keep quiet or start snoring. Have you ever found yourself talking to someone and then later on you realize, wow, for the last 15 minutes, I was talking to myself. This guy here has been snoring and sleeping. Silent treatment is not a cool thing when you are together with someone. It is far better to fight with words. It is far better to even say, and you, the person who is being treated this way with silent treatment, open your mouth. It is better for you to say something about it. Tell the other person, the way you're ignoring me, it is not helping anyone. It is not solving anything. Worse still, since that person started to be quiet, things have not been the same. It's better to just say, tell him the truth. Your silence is affecting me, is affecting my health, is affecting my daily routine. I don't want this silent anymore. If people go silent on you and it's the end of the relationship, it is better. It is far much better, because now the relationship has come to an end. But look at this final example. A married woman stayed for 40 years. These 4 fingers represents 40 years. Those are 4 decades with a very nice husband. But the husband always gave her silent treatment. She used to eat alone, watch TV alone, sleep in a different room, but for 40 good years. And when I was watching that story of that lady, she said the reason why she stayed there, it's because there was a house to stay with that man in the same house. But for 40 years, never enjoyed anything to do with marriage with that guy, because all the time the guy was silent on her. She started talking when the husband died. That's when she started talking with other people. Don't be like that lady. Don't put another person in the same situation like that lady. Silent treatment does not help. Sorry about the wind, but I just want to wind up and remind you, anyone who is watching this video, That yes, sometimes you will think that silent treatment is solving all the problems in your life together with the other person. But if it's between you and your family member, between you and your spouse, between you and your child, between you and your best friend, or between you and your workmates, the effect of silent treatment goes beyond being quiet. When people are quiet, when someone is quiet on you, maybe they are talking with another person or other people. So the distance between the two of you is becoming bigger and wider. The problem is not being solved, and you never know what's going to happen in the future the more you're quiet on each other. Let this video be a wake-up call to you. If you know someone in your life is quiet on you, share this video to him or her. It doesn't solve anything. People who talk solve their problems, and they go back to their normal lifestyle and happy feelings and just respecting and treating each other. You lose nothing by just opening your mouth and say, sorry, let us talk. This is the problem, and I want us to stay in peace. If you're quiet in the house, then you will be forced to look for more peace outside your house. And I don't want you to do that or to fall a victim in doing it. Begin the process of opening up your mouth and just talk. Even if it means talking for 5 minutes, it's far much better. Being quiet for 4 days or even for 40 years, it is still the same. The pain is the same. The anger is the same. The resentment is the same. The frustration is the same. It is much better to reduce the silence and begin talking. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked and learned something. And if you're watching for the first time, don't forget to like and follow this page. Thank you, and I wish you nothing but the best. All the best.